everyone. I'm just trying out a new lipstick, and you know how I am with makeup. Not much about that, but I'm pretty much in love with that. And you have to know today I'm here with Isamaya French, who is like a really cool woman, number one, and also an amazing makeup artist, celebrity makeup artist, and has an incredible career and speaks her mind and does things other people never would do, and comes out with fun products and cool designs and just goes the way I like it, non-mainstream. Thank you so much for being here with me. It's going to be so fun. I already know that.
Thank you so much for having me. No, it's a pleasure. I've been a huge fan of your work and your brand and you for a long time. So this is wonderful for me. Thank you.
I love when women are, coming with non-mainstream and not swimming in the sauce with everybody else, and bringing out something which has already been there like 300,000 times. So I think in order to break through the noise, yeah, that's my daughter, by the way, opening the door and doing all this stuff.
I've got cats, so at some point they're going to make an appearance, just FYI. The cats. It's going to happen.
Yeah, that's working from home, how it looks like. But it's nice to, if you want to break through the noise. And I get asked so many times, Dr. I want to create a skincare brand, I want to create this kind of brand, and can you give me advice? And you have to have this incredible belief, and then this incredible also fun with what you're doing. So it becomes something very special to yourself. And when it's so special and so full of heart with yourself, it gets seen by so many others. And I think this is when you succeed, and you're clearly succeeding with what you're doing. And maybe you tell us a little bit about your background and how you started and how you came up with all these amazing products. I just put the lipstick on, by the way. I love that color on me.
Oh, great. Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, I've been a makeup artist, oh gosh, since I was maybe 21 or 22.
You still look like 21, so.
Skincare, baby. All this stuff, right? And this stuff. Yeah, no, so I got involved in makeup, and I actually, when I was very, very young, I studied industrial design at university and dropped out because it just wasn't the right field for me. And I started working, it's just part-time job to get some money. I wasn't at university as a kid's face painter, and I got very good at it, and I really loved it, and I loved being creative. And some friends of mine who were in the kind of the fashion world asked me if I could do some body painting on a model for a fashion shoot. And I thought, it's kind of the thing that I do anyway, sure. And the shoot was ID Magazine, which of course was a really big deal, and I had no idea what ID Magazine was.
Huge, yeah.
But on the shoot, I think I realized on the shoot that I could apply what I was doing, for fun in like an actual way and make a career out of it. So I just started, meeting people and doing tests, and my work was still very much kind of full on face painty, colorful, creative. And I kind of, my career's kind of gone backwards in that way, that I've moved from quite mad stuff at the very beginning to now working, in like cosmetics and skincare at a very high level. So I'd worked for Tom Ford working on product development, and Burberry. I did the Byredo makeup line.
I knew that, by the way. I knew that you worked on a lot of brands in product development.
I loved it. I really love it. Yeah, and I just felt COVID happened, and I had a lot of time on my hands, and I kind of thought, well, fine, maybe it's time to do my own thing and to do it in a very different way. So that's where we are today.
So you launched something yesterday, and if you have no children at home, this is something you can put on your desk as a, what do you do with it besides?
I need to show that you can open it and that it's a lipstick before anyone freaks out. But yeah, it's a lipstick. It's a really heavy lipstick carrier, and we have a number of different colors. And yesterday we launched these refills, so you have a number of different lipstick refills that you can put into your carrier. So, for example, we launched a a lovely like pink yesterday. And so you can just pop that into the container and use it.
Yeah,
So yeah, launch.
I nude kind of like this one. Wait.
I think you might have, I think that looks like it might be called Mortal, the one that you have. I think it's the same that I'm using as well. But yeah, we wanted to launch some lovely like nude balms because
Yeah,
we have a classic red.
I love lip color. I love a good red. You know, when I go out, just, you know, I don't even do my eyes, just a red lipstick. I love that. It's it always works.
Yeah, definitely.
So you do a lot of shoots with, you know, still like, you know, fashion shoots or something, you know, like, no.
100%. Yeah. So I still work as a, you know, I have done since my early 20s as a fashion makeup, and I do a lot of shows. I do Vivienne Westwood, Balmain, Otterlinger, if you're a young cool person, and Jinya Watanabe. Sorry?
Very creative.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's really creative. And, you know, I work with lots of different designers, and then I work, you know, a lot editorially as well. So I work for Vogue a lot and Sister Magazine. And I guess that's where you always get to really express yourself. And that's really important that I keep doing all of that stuff, because I feel like it really inspires what I do with the brand, you know, to stay really in the mixer of the fashion space.
It's a very smart thing that you're saying, because you know, I always see patients. I still see patients, although, you know, I'm busy, I'm traveling, you know, I work, but, you know, I still need the touch with my patients. So I really get feedback, and, you know, you have this interaction, and it also inspires you for the next step in your career. So that's very smart. So keep doing your, you know, original work. So very important question. When you prep the skin for, you know, makeup, obviously it makes sense, you know, that you have like a certain preparation for the skin in order for your makeup to
Yeah.
last, to glow, or to, you know, look a certain way, you know, depending on the style you're going for. But how important is a skin prep? Because I think lots of people think it's like, okay, we do our makeup and don't care about the skincare routine. Or I think people more and more also switch to, okay, we really focus on our skincare, make our skin look a certain way, and then we add what we need. What is your take on that?
I mean, you know, as a makeup artist, skincare and skin prep is everything, you know, because it really is your canvas. And if you have bad skin, you will have bad makeup. I mean, that goes without saying. And, you know, my skincare bag in my makeup kit is as important as the makeup itself, because if you don't have that base and that really good preparation, then your makeup just won't sit well. It won't last. It could be lumpy. It could roll. You know, you won't prime your eyelids, so the makeup will crease. You know, your lips will be dry, so the lipstick will look, you know, the texture of your lips will look bad. You know, skincare is everything. And for me, one of the things that I think people don't realize about the skin step routine in makeup is actually part of it is warming up your skin.
Mm-hmm.
And makeup sits better on warmer skin, and then it sets as it cools. So part of the like beauty of using skincare and creams and massaging it in is you're creating that warmth in the skin, so that when you then put the foundation on, it will melt really beautifully into the skin and things will glide smoothly because it's not cold. And then as your body temperature in the skin like cools a bit, the makeup helps sort of sets. And
Wow.
so for me, yeah, so for me, that's why it's really important when I'm using, say, you know, I'm using, say, one of your moisturizers, I really massage it into my client's face. Like, you can't just like pat it on. Part of the process is like the massage, the drainage, the preparation, getting rid of, you know, working the lymphatic system so that you look really snatched, because that's half of the battle, isn't it, when you're doing makeup?
100%, 100%. Yeah.
Big part of it. Keeping it hydrated, hyaluronic acid, all of that.
Microcirculation going. It's so smart what you're saying, and it makes total sense. The, you know, warmness of the skin. I never heard that before. So that's something new, because I'm also not a makeup artist. And, you know, I personally, I cannot tolerate foundation on my skin. I just can't. Maybe there are different clients I haven't tried or whatever, but I feel always like I'm in prison if I have like any type of foundation on. So usually I just prep my skin and then, you know, I get my eyes done and my lips and my eyebrows. So,
Yeah.
but I saw a product of yours. I wanted to ask you what this is.
Sorry, there's the first cat. She's already crossed the threshold.
What is this one?
Oh, so that is a hyaluronic acid serum, and it has a reflective pearl. So that is a really amazing product to use to prep the skin, and it has a triple hyaluronic acid complex. So you've got three
Yeah.
different ones. So you get really intense hydration delivery to the skin.
Looks nice.
And so it has this slightly reflective pearl as well, so that when you applied
Pearl,
it,
pearl pigments.
pearl pigment, yeah, light pearl pigment.
Yeah. It doesn't, you know, I'm a very critical judge, I can tell you this. So it's not, you know, how do you call it? Gluey.
No, there is going to be a slight level.
Yeah.
You'll feel like a very, very slight tackiness, but actually when you're then using makeup, that's
Yeah.
perfect because it provides a really great base. And if you're using it with your foundation, the hyaluronic acid will help to keep that foundation flexible.
Yeah.
It doesn't crease. And I mean, that's like a daily staple now for me.
Very, very cool. So it's like almost like a little bit of a hybrid between skincare and makeup. Super cool.
Exactly.
Super cool. So when you do the skin prep, when you have your clients, they wash their face and you start with a total new routine. You always do, you know, probably a serum, a hyaluronic serum, a face cream, and then do you do the face mask times, a face mask before? You never probably have all that much time, no?
Well, I think one thing when you're, you know, it's very different when you're just like loading your own face up with products versus loading a client's face up with products. And actually, you shouldn't overload a client's face because a lot of serums and creams interact and then roll and peel. So I mean, there've been countless times where I've used a new skincare product that's really amazing and really expensive, and the makeup just doesn't sit to it, sit on it. And so actually, a simpler approach is better. Like you have one of these, which is just like would do this at the very beginning, which is a hyaluronic acid face mist, and then I do it at the very, very end as well. So like a pre and post before I get into anything. And then I tend to stay away from serums just because they have a tendency to roll. But like something like your rich moisturizer, the face moisturizer, that will sit on the face, and that will be what I use to massage into the skin before I then get into a bit of eye cream and then lip balm.
Yeah. Cool. Very cool. We learned something again.
In fact, I haven't opened this new one, so I'm just going to spritz myself.
Yeah, now. I love this one. I wish I had this here right now. That would be the time to use it. So, but I also
I need this. My face is dry.
No, I love it. But your skin looks amazing, actually. So, you met with Charlie. You did like a your tutorial with Charlie once in LA. I remember this.
Yes.
Very, very cute. And I learned that you, like same like Charlie and me, like, you know, are also very interested in wellness, anti-inflammatory lifestyle. How does your life look? Do you travel all the time? Do you have moments where you really can take care of yourself? How do you eat? How do you sleep? How's your sports? What do you do to stay healthy?
Yeah, I mean, I've gone through so many phases of my life where I've gone like hardcore into certain things or certain fads. I mean, I was a competitive highboard diver when I was from the age of
What? Highboard? What is
diving? You know, diving off like diving boards into the swimming pool. So I used to compete. Yeah.
Oh my God, so scary.
And I've been like done a lot of like competitive athlete basically
like
for a long
time. 10 meters?
I didn't do 10-meter competitions, but I have been off very high boards. Like I did 1, 3, and 5 meter. Wow. But like exercise has always been a big part of my life. And I think in the last couple of years, I've always tried to maintain it at a seriously high level because that's always what I've been used to. I think in the last few years, I've had quite a few burnouts,
Mhm.
and actually overloading your adrenals when you're very busy and stressed with lots of exercise isn't the right thing to do. And so I now do reformer Pilates, maybe like 3 times a week, and do a lot of walking, and stress management
It,
is
it's
like everything.
it's the best thing to do. I mean, like this reformer Pilates, I love to. It's so great to have like the right posture. And if you have the right posture, you're, less likely to get like back problems or knee problems or hip problems. So if you get the tone of all your muscles in perfect balance, that
Yeah.
is actually for me, it was a game changer doing Pilates, I have to say. And what I like to do sometimes, you should do it probably also 1-2 times a week, is like really getting to sweat. Like, you sweat on the Pilates reformer too, but like a little more like a cardio kind of exercise. Do you do
Yeah.
that?
Well, I mean, I've done like 30 something years of high intensity cardio.
Yeah.
I was boxing, martial arts, and diving, and I used to work at an MMA gym so that I could just have a free membership to train with MMA fighters. So I've done a huge amount of cardio, and actually, for me now, I really feel like the balance comes from like a lot of walking, and the reformer I do, like they have a jump board, so there's also a bit of cardio in
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it's
You're
about
so fit. You're fit. I can tell you're fit. You got it all worked out. What about diet?
diet. Well, I don't follow any rules. I mean, occasionally I'll fast, and that might mean skipping breakfast. I mean, I think the thing is, everything is about keeping your, like, stressing your body in the right way, but also keeping it calm as much as you. Oh, sorry, here we go. Number two. Like keeping it balanced, basically, and choosing to stress your body out when you need it, rather than being stressed.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. So I eat fairly clean, but I sort of eat anything, but just in moderation, and fast
In
every now and
moderation.
again.
Yeah. What about sleep and mental health? Can you sleep well?
Yeah, I do go through periods of like not sleeping really badly, and then I'll go into periods of sleeping so right now it's very, very cold, and for me, I need to be almost shivering when I get into bed to sleep well.
Oh yeah.
I do well in heat. I'm sure that that's my 1% Scandinavian gene that I have, that makes me like to sleep in the freezing cold. But in the winter,
It's proven that it improves your sleep. Absolutely. Should
yeah.
be colder than in the rest of the house, your room, and
I
open
think,
window.
well, I've heard that it encourages, like, cooling your body down encourages melatonin production.
Yeah, it's
So
perfect. So
shivering.
sleep cold. Have you slept in an igloo?
No, but funny you say that. I've become completely and utterly obsessed with igloos.
Yeah.
And I want to very badly. That's really exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, igloo hotels, and they build it here where I am too. And they have like these little rooms, and you can, go to bed there and hang and have like a, 2-3 nights stay.
Yeah. And
It's
then you can get out in the morning and put your face in snow and have a really snatched
exactly.
cryo session for your face every day. That sounds perfect.
No, that's perfect. So we have like this supplement. I'm doing also supplements, and I'm obsessed with the supplements as well, just because everything I do is backed by science, and I just love the science I use for skincare. So I started bringing the science also into supplements, because I want this for every cell in my body, not just for my skin cells. And the night supplement is insane. It's working so well. So if you have your next period of bad night sleep, you should try that. It doesn't make you addicted. There's no melatonin in it. It's more like 5-HTP and just herbs.
Oh yeah, 5-HTP. I'm quite curious about that. I've been recommended it so many times. I've never tried it. I've tried ashwagandha, and I take NAD sometimes. But yeah.
Ashwagandha is in our protection supplement. We have like 5 different adaptogens, ginseng, vitamin E. It's so good for the immune system, also for stress situation. I should talk way more about the supplements because they're really very, very special.
Do you know, one supplement I've actually been pretty interested in is berberine.
Yeah, yeah, I take that actually.
Yeah, for I guess it's some people, I know it's helpful with heart problems and cholesterol,
Yeah.
perhaps the gut as well. But that's something, and also lion's mane, I feel helps me focus like nothing else.
Do
Lion's
you
mane mushroom.
take a lot of supplements? You do IV drips too sometimes?
Not really. I'm quite a sort of practical person, really. I'll go through phases where I'll find something quite interesting. But I think the main things that I do supplement wise are lion's mane, berberine, and I do NAD injectables.
You do like subcutaneously, like you do it yourself?
Do it myself, yeah.
Yeah, I have that too. So have you heard of exosomes?
I have exosomes on my face today.
That's good. I'm really happy to hear that. Do you love the exosomatic? People are obsessed with it. I just had a phone call of my from my friend Tracy Cunningham from LA, and she's like, you know Tracy? You know Tracy? Tracy
Which
Cunningham?
Tracy? I think
Cunningham?
so.
She is. I think she's probably the most wanted hair colorist in the world. So
Mm,
next time you're in LA, you need to visit her. She's amazing. She's also one of the kindest people I know.
mm.
Sweet, and she just was going on about the exosomatic, on and on and on, how amazing it is. It is just
Is
like
like a hair treatment, like a hair growth stimulator or something?
for the exosomes can be used for anything. Exosomes are tiny, tiny communication tools between cells. And that's
Mm,
important that cells communicate because cells live in community and they need to really correspond about what's going on. And, the older we get, the more the cells are apart, they don't
mm,
have exosomes so much anymore. So the communication slows down and we don't want that. But exosomes, not just communication tools, they're also bringing inflammation down. They're bringing, repair to the cells. They represent a shortcut to healthy cell replication. They're pretty amazing. They're if you want to talk about stem cells and a future lesson stem cells, I think pretty much what we have with exosomes right now is
closest
quite,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
amazing.
think I'm always curious, the skin is such an incredible barrier, and obviously it has to be how, how certain things are able to penetrate it, because it's often totally impenetrable, isn't it? So you have to really use the right things and the right products that have the kind of, I don't know if you'd call them active
Yeah,
ingredients that
yeah,
enable some kind
absolutely
of.
right. So some compounds obviously penetrate through the skin, especially if we formulate a lot of products with hyaluronic acid. So lots of our serums are made with hyaluronic acid, so they're clear. And these hyaluronic acid molecules, they function as carrier molecules themselves, so they bring active ingredients really amazingly into skin, deeper skin layers, depending on the sizes of the molecules. Then exosomes, for example, they're tiny. They're 1/800th of the size of a cell, like more the size of a virus. They travel everywhere, And then there are other ingredients which start a cascade on your skin. They start something on the skin which shoots deep, without traveling themselves down into the skin. And then if
Mm.
about it, there's frog poisoning. You put frog poisoning on your arm and you get hallucination. So imagine where the frog poison travels to just by adding it on the skin. Or if we talk about hormone replacement therapy with
It's,
women menopause,
yeah.
testosterone you put on your arm or on your thigh, and it's traveling into the places you want to have it. And this is a very interesting aspect of skincare, or whatever you put on your skin, is that we have dendritic cells underneath our skin and they correspond with our immune system. So whatever you put on the skin has an effect on your overall health. So
Mm.
sometimes I find people are quite aggressive with their skin. And I hear more and more, especially the young generation, they see on TikTok, oh, we do a 30%, whatever acid, and then we go over with our microneedling roller, and
Mm.
just young kids
Ouch.
like crazy stuff to their skin because they think that's the way to go. And it's not just destroying your skin barrier, your microbiome, your healthiness of the skin, but it also really travels into your body. And if a product says don't use it when you're pregnant, I always recommend just stay away, period.
Entirely. Yeah,
Yeah.
true. I think also, in lockdown, I really there was a whole movement where people had just like destroyed the skin barrier, and I was in that movement. I totally did it. Probably because it actually was the first time that I'd ever had the time to really invest into like a real daily routine. Because I had like 12 hours a day. What else am I going to do but just put stuff on my face? And and at the end of it, I was like, wow, I just have to stop. I developed like this insane rash that didn't go away for like 5 months.
Yeah.
And I totally overdid it. And I think now even I really pulled back on, I might use a retinol every now and again. I use azelaic acid to just decongest pores and stuff, but I just think less is more. I think for me, it's really the inside out approach is everything with skin.
I absolutely agree. And I think the more we damage our skin, and as you said, you get a terrible rash, you develop actually more problems for yourself and what you don't like when you look in the mirror. You develop super sensitive skin, especially when use like glycolic or retinol on a daily basis, or, if you don't have the skin for it. So I personally always think, you shouldn't cause actively inflammation on the skin. You shouldn't actively cause a disruption of your skin barrier and microbiome. You should really do the opposite. You should heal and repair, always heal and repair.
I think that's so valid. Yeah.
So what exosomes are is heal and repair. Yeah. So what anti-inflammation is heal and repair. What hydration is heal and repair. What telomerase activation is heal and repair. So at Sturm, we looked really at the skin. How can we keep what we got in the best possible shape? And when you look at anti-aging approaches like retin-A or acid peel, whatever it is, they basically actively destroy the skin over and over again. So they, bring basically the future closer to you. You want to keep the future away as much as you can, and not the opposite.
I totally agree. And I think, people will spend huge amounts of money on, whatever they can, some, skincare, whatever. But actually, if you invest in a really good treatment every now and again, you might spend 5 years, buying this, that, and the other that contains retinols and this and that, and actually get nowhere. But if you just invested that money into controlled trauma to then really actively repair, then there's your answer for better skin, rather than just like continual kind of micro damaging the whole time.
All the time. And it's exactly, if you do it all the time, you deplete yourself of healing factors. You can imagine if you cut your finger once, our body is super capable of healing it. Bam, 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 like a firework. Your finger stops bleeding and it heals super quickly. Fine. Imagine you're cutting your finger every day. Do you think your body does this every day? Like, here, it doesn't. It's the same with retinol if you think about it. But if you do a controlled trauma like, Botox fillers,
microneedling
every 3 months, whatever, you don't do like the disruption of your overall skin barrier. If you do like a little filler, you do it with a cannula, you do one little peaks in the skin and you reach everywhere you want to go. Or, you do a little Botox, or, whatever treatment. There are also other treatments with are even less invasive, but then you get like a, wished outcome, and you don't destroy your skin. Your skin should always be healthy. I believe if you have healthy skin, your skin is glowy.
Totally. And I also, I've also felt as well, as I get older and, looking at my mom and my sister and other women around me and sort of skin at different ages, I truly feel that the older that one gets, the less makeup they should wear anyway, and the glowier their skin should look. Because you can literally we shave off 10 years of a face with just skincare, no makeup. Like, the drier your skin, the older you're going to look. And if you keep it well moisturized and hydrated, I mean, that's youthful, isn't it?
I totally agree.
The eyebrows is also up there, I think, because hair is one of the first signs of aging, thinning hair and stuff. Keep the eyebrows bushy, use a brow something, but glowy skin is really the key. And I think you look better as well.
I totally agree. I got so many of my patients off makeup and they love their skin. They're obsessed. They're texting me. They're like, oh my God, it's like, it's so, that is really the pay of my work, to tell you the truth. When I get this feedback, and I just got like 2 messages today, and it made me so happy, people then love their skin. They don't need to use makeup, and then they do their eyes or the lips as and that looks beautiful.
I think people really kind of use foundation as a protective thing. It's like your safety net, wearing your foundation, but it's the opposite, actually. It's kind of doing you a disservice sometimes, depending on the skin, depending on the person, depending on the age. And the best thing that you can do is try and let go of it, or minimize, or use a corrective cream, or use a concealer, and focus on getting your skin into the best place it can be. That's kind of,
you have a choice. If your skin is amazing, then also foundation looks much better because you have the hydration of your skin already. But for me personally, if I do my skincare routine at night and I look in the mirror every night, I'm in love with my skin. I'm just so happy, it looks glowy. It's, for me, it's just like a super self-confidence, happiness moment. And I think if you keep destroying your skin and you're unhappy with your pores, because destroying your skin will always end up in like sensitivity, redness, inflammation, big pores, disbalance of your skin, scarring, whatever it is. You will never be all that happy. Also, you develop pigmentation issues. You get so many more problems. So if you just keep your skin balanced, hydrated with active ingredients, which also help you to prevent from aging or slow down your aging process on the skin, this is what you want, and then you're happy in your skin, and then you make your choice. Okay, today I wear the lipstick, tomorrow maybe I do like an event and I want to have like foundation, whatever it is, then you're free of choice, and you don't have to feel insecure and hide your skin, and use makeup for that.
I have a question. In your area, do you know if the water is soft or hard?
Here it's, I'm in the mountains, so it's quite soft. It's not.
Yeah, that's one of something that, particularly in London, at least,
That's
is
hard.
Yeah, and I've actually just invested in a water softener because
Yes.
better on the skin, definitely better on the hair. Obviously, all of your appliances, like your dishwasher and washing machine, like live 10 years longer and stuff. But I'm really intrigued to know how that will affect my skin as well, because I had a facial recently, and the woman gasped when I said I wash my face with water in the morning, and she was like, you cannot put hard water on your face in the morning. You have to use like a micellar or something else.
Okay, I want to disagree with. I think it's important that you balance your pH when you use water quality, which is super alkaline, and that you can check absolutely. And your water quality should have a certain standard. And my daughter in New York, she also has like a filter in between before in her shower, so she also showers with filtered water. And I think it's important, but I would never wash my face with micellar water. Never. I mean, like, you wanna wash your skin and just like,
I've just been using my hard water, so I'm glad we cleared that up, and I'm glad I haven't been, but that was the advice.
But then use the balancing toner, when you live in an area where the water quality is not amazing, if it's too alkaline, because our skin is, the pH is slightly acidic. And when you use like alkaline water, then you have a problem with your microbiome, maybe, that can result in some skin issues for sure. So always use the balancing toner in London for sure. And this, toners are also different from each brand. Our toner, for example, is hydrating, it's balancing the pH, it strengthens your skin barrier function. So all the things you want from a balancing toner. If you use toners which have like ingredients like horseradish and vinegar, it peels off your skin. So it's a different idea of a toner. So sometimes we really have to define what a toner needs to do. In my definition, it's really like balancing our pH. And I don't have you tried the makeup remover?
I have tried the makeup remover.
Oh my God, I'm so upset. You know what? This is the product. I told my team, why would we need a makeup remover? And they're like,
everybody uses makeup remover every day of their life, I hope. If you wear makeup.
Me, it's like, always walk around with nothing. So they convinced me, and it's such an amazing product. I learned to love it so much, and also especially because my screaming 9-year-old here, likes to use all the stuff, mascara and everything lands on her face. You can imagine how happy this makes me. But I use that makeup remover on her, and it's so easy to get the makeup off and the mascara.
It's gentle then. Must mean it's a very gentle product, which is great. If you can use it on your kids, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. It has prebiotics. It's a micelle technology. It's a water and oil phase, so it really and has hyaluronic acid. It really thoroughly gets the makeup off. So what I do, I put it on a cotton pad, and then I put it on for like 2-3 seconds, swipe it, done. It's fantastic. I mean, like, honestly, if you use a foam cleanser and wash your face, you not necessarily need it. But
I mean, the foam cleanser for me is I'm unfortunately run out of it now, but it was because it feels very gentle as well.
It's super hydrating. Super hydrating cleanser.
Well, one thing I have started to incorporate, and especially into my lip products, is hyaluronic acid. You're just mentioning that's in that.
This lip, I have very sensitive lips, and I always use my lip balm. These feel super nice on the lips, I have to say. I just tried it for the first time.
They are. Well, they're hybrid tints, so it's like a really beautiful. I've got one here actually. I'll put it on as well. A really kind of beautiful sheer balm that you can build if you want to.
Nice. I don't like lipsticks dry out your lips. Ugh.
No way. These are like incredibly
nice.
But then this has hyaluronic acid in, and this is the lip gloss, which is pretty unusual on the market. So it is a skincare product. It's hidden inside a quite fancy, exciting lip gloss product as well. And for me, it just makes the wearing of a product more pleasurable as well, because your lips feel really, really hydrated. And it also helps, with wrinkle reduction, basically, and lines in the lip, because you have that plumping effect from the hyaluronic acid. So I think that I will carry forward into all of my lip products is this hyaluronic acid, because it feels so different after you've.
It does feel great. It's not just a color; it feels good on my skin. So that's exciting. I have this line of yours too. The horses.
Oh, the Wild Star. So you've got one of the lipsticks there. So that's one of our Wild Star lipsticks.
Oh my God, it comes beautiful box, guys. I mean, if you are looking for a Christmas present,
mums and grannies and aunts do love a bit of Wild Star. It's true.
And it's so cute. All these colors, actually good colors for me. All the bronze and brown.
Yeah, so the idea with the Wild Star palette was that you'd have a basis. So you would have the taupes and the browns that you would just kind of sculpt out your eye, and then you would go in with a pop of one of the colors. So for example, like that we have a couple of duochromes. I'll put one on my lid now, and they're super.
So where do you put the pink, for example, then?
Well, you can put the pink wherever you want, wherever you might want to use it. It's a pigment, but there are a couple of like duochromes that I love from this palette, and they have once you've sculpted out your socket with the mattes, then you can just pop this kind of in the middle, and it's just like a beautiful pearly. It's actually quite Christmassy, I have to say.
Very nice. Which color did you use now?
I used this. You can't see it. It's the gold. It's like the reflect gold here.
Nice. Okay, I will try that. These are my colors. I'm very excited. I always like to do my eyes really nicely. That makes all the difference for me.
And
And
what
I
do
have
you
a bit
do?
of a hood eyelid. I always need like support here. I know exactly what to do with my eyes.
Are you a mascara wearer?
Uh, Peppa always wants me to wear mascara. I have to tell you, I'm so sensitive also with makeup stuff, and mascara makes me itchy, and it's like I use it because it just looks better, but if I don't have to, I rather not.
Interesting. Is that the case with like waterproof mascara as well?
Oh, this I would never do water. This is not waterproof though, no?
No, no, it's not waterproof. No, so that mascara there is like we call it like a candy lash. So
Yeah.
it gives you very, very thick, full lash. It's kind of like cowgirl style. So it's like
Oh,
a lovely, and also they have, my mascaras have ingredients that help to moisturize the hair and actually look after the hair of the
yeah,
lash. So which is also important. Eyebrows and eyelashes need care too, or else
absolutely.
they will dry up and fall out. So
Tell me about it. I talk to every little part of the body. I have shampoo, scalp serums. I take care of the scalp. I take care of the intimate area. Did you try the V collection or V collection?
no, I have, sorry, my cat knocked something over. No, I haven't.
I will tell you the V collection. I have like the V wash and the V drops for the intimate area, because the pH there is actually even more acidic. If you now wash yourself with soap or shower gel, you
So you
mess
have
up the pH.
to help to
Yeah.
rebalance pH.
Yes, because that's what the bacterium which lives there needs a super acidic milieu. And if it's not acidic, then other bacteria come in, and then the microbiome changes, and then you get UTIs and Candida and all this nonsense. So
Wow.
this V collection actually is mind blowing, and it works. And also for women with menopause who discover dryness, and it
Yeah.
makes all the difference. So
Thank you
this
very much. I would love to try. I would love to jazz up my V and look after
you need
her.
to you need to sturmify your bathroom a little more. I will send some over.
Wow, exciting.
Yeah, this is so cool. What else do we need to talk about? Is anybody who wants to ask a question from the audience?
Yeah,
Good
we
idea.
do have some people. So I think Maria is first in line. Maria, if you want to just unmute yourself and ask your question. There we go.
Yeah, hello, hi. Oh, nice to meet you.
Hi.
I'm Maria. Yeah, I'm originally from Venezuela, but I live currently in London.
Hi,
And I
Maria.
discovered your products I started to use them 12 days ago. I don't know why.
And your
I
skin is
should,
already glowy, I have to tell you.
yeah, I
It's
mean,
amazing.
it's been life-changing. And to be honest, I after I got, I was one of those people with, very oily skin, will use a lot of retinol, glycolic acid, and everything until I got pregnant. My daughter is now 3 years old.
Yeah.
And then I started to go more until the, natural cosmetic, things like that. But it was using a lot of oil. So I have a breakout, then
Yeah.
very a stressful life when I went back to work after having the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a breakout, but the worst bit was that because I was trying to go all natural, I used bicarbonate on my face. It destroyed the
Not
skin. Yeah, I know. Was terrible. So it was someone recommended me hyaluronic acid. Yeah, and then a serum to use. And then it was when I discovered your product and your philosophy, which is anti-inflammatory and it's great. And I've been using it and I've seen changes already. I mean, since I don't know, the first day. So I have few questions though, because
yes.
you both said that you like doing sports, and this is the same with me. I usually in the morning I wash my face, I use the serums, sun protection, everything. I go to the office and we have a gym on site, and I do 30 minutes heat. Then I go to the steam room, And sometimes, I mean, I wash my face with, again, cleanse it, but I don't know if it's too much. And then sometimes I wonder, is it good to use the steam room? Sometimes I see that when I go out, I'm all red, and it's irritating, and I don't know if I'm doing good or bad, and
So
I
you
don't know
cleanse a
how to
lot. You
treat.
use the cleanser a lot. You use the cleanser a lot. Is this what you're
Three
saying?
times, I would say. Well, because I'm unsure. But I mean, I heard that some people just use water in the morning, so it never came to my mind to do that.
Yeah, so it really depends. If your skin is super oily, is your skin in general oily
It
or
was before, but I think with age, it's been less
yeah,
oily than before.
yes.
So it's not that super oily anymore.
So I don't know. Do you use our cleanser?
Yes,
Oh, that's
I have the phone, and I have the phone, the toner, but the toner only mini because I couldn't find the big one on the web, and
okay.
I'm using also the enzyme cleanser, and
Mhm.
I'm using the hyaluronic acid, the Good C.
Very good.
I also have the brightening serum,
Mhm.
and
You
the
apply
anti-aging.
very good. So I have two questions. First of all, I don't think you need to wash your face 3 times a day. Do you use how often do you use the enzyme cleanser?
Yeah, twice a week. I've been using, I mean,
Twice a
four
week.
times because I've been using the products like for
Yeah.
2 weeks only.
Yeah. So great. Twice a week is good. The enzyme cleanser is a powder, and it's basically an exfoliant, very, very mild exfoliant, very gentle. It only takes off dead skin cells with 2 enzymes which break down the proteins and the lipids of the cells. So super, super gentle, nothing can go wrong. Do it twice a week. When did you stop using retinol? Long time ago.
Like 3 years, the time that
Yeah,
my daughter
great.
has, but yeah.
Don't stop that again.
Yeah,
no,
no, I'm happy. I'm happy how it's progressing the
yeah.
skin, to be honest, and I'm planning to keep doing this. But yeah, as I said, I don't know. Is it a steam room good for the skin?
The steam room is good, but you don't always have to wash your face with a cleanser. It's different if you come home and you need to wash off the pollution, the makeup, the dirt,
Uh,
everything on your skin.
but I
But
should put the cream, right, and the hyaluronic
yeah, no,
acid.
this you use, but don't wash your face like 3 times a day. I would try to, if you take a shower in the morning, you don't even need to use a cleanser, just rinse and then start with the balancing toner and then use the
Okay,
hyaluronic serum, your good C in the face cream, and then, your sunscreen, and then you're done. So in the evening, you obviously use your, foam cleanser, and you wash your face, because that is really important that you really cleanse your skin before applying all the products.
okay,
So, and especially
okay,
if you, for example, have super oily skin, then you wash your face in the morning with the cleanser as well. Yeah, different. But
okay,
as you say, we lack lipids when we get a little older. You can also, when you're done with this foam cleanser, you can try the lipid, the super anti-aging cleansing cream, because that
okay,
adds like valuable lipids to your skincare routine and can help with your skin barrier. So
okay. Oh, that's perfect.
right, except I wouldn't over cleanse. Not that this
Okay,
cleanse has any, it doesn't strip the skin. It's really, really gentle. It's very hydrating. So it doesn't speak anything against it, but I don't think you need to do it.
okay, that's good to know. And I have a second question because
Mhm.
I know, the sun is important, especially for mental health and,
Yes,
produce vitamin D. So I
yes.
wonder, the sun protection will intervene on my vitamin D production, especially in London, where, you hardly see the sun. Sometimes I wonder.
Yeah, you know what? It's a very good question, and I feel strongly about that. We need sun. We need sunlight. Do we need the midday sun in California? Certainly not. We need the early sunlight, especially because it doesn't have the very damaging UVA, UVB. Do we have still UVA in London? Yes, we do. So it really depends also how sensitive your skin is. The more melanin you have in your skin, the less aggressive the sun is to you. Do we need sunlight for our vitamin D production? Yes. Vitamin D gets created with cholesterol and the appearance of sun. And we need vitamin D because every organ, every tissue, everything, every part of our body has vitamin D receptors. And that's why vitamin D is very, very important. And because we live like in, areas where, it's not so sunny and we don't catch a lot of sunlight, we use sunscreen a lot, we lack a lot of vitamin D in our system. And, now the, skincare industry tells you, use sunscreen 24/7, 24/7. That could be true for two reasons. Number one, you use retinol, glycolic, acid peels, etc., etc. Then you make your skin so vulnerable that you don't have any protection, and then you need obviously to cover your skin 24/7. If your skin is super healthy, you have the melanin, which acts as a natural sunscreen as well, and you can tolerate certain sun exposure. And also it really depends a little bit how susceptible you are to pigmentation, how much it bothers you. Obviously the sun causes not just free radicals and lots of good things, but it also causes like damages on our skin, like collagen damages, but also pigmentation, which comes from the inflammation from the sun. So you have to really think about what skin type are we? Do we have enough melanin? How's my vitamin D? You can check that in your blood. You have to probably, I think over 80% of the population has to supplement vitamin D.
Yeah, yeah. I do supplement, especially in winter.
Yeah, and if you do like these aggressive skin treatments, and one thing about dermatologists, by the way, if you go to a dermatologist, they say sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. But if you think about what a dermatologist does, in a way, it's quite aggressive to the skin. Cortisone, antibiotics, acid peels, retinols, lasers, whatever it is, it's quite aggressive on our skin. So yeah, the recommendation here is, use sunscreen.
Yeah.
But you go the anti-inflammatory way, skin barrier strengthening way, you keep your skin super, super healthy. You might not want to always use sunscreen because the ingredients are chemical. They're not necessarily the best skincare ingredients either. So, you have to balance
I suppose, if I know I'm gonna be exposed to a lot of sun, probably use it. But okay, perfect. Yeah, thanks for clarifying that. Okay, that were all my questions, and thank you very much for all of this.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
It's so interesting, that it's like, you have these, recommendation for sunscreen, but then, because the skincare industry also tells you to, constantly destroy your skin and cause inflammation. I mean, which other organ would you do this to? Would you do it to your heart? It's like, oh, let's go for our heart again. Let's do it. Acid peels or kidney or whatever organ, you would never do this. But with the skin, it's just like, oh yeah, it's just our skin. Let's scrub it off. Let's, do all this crazy stuff,
Yeah. I mean, I have to say, I do, I'm an advocate of the sun. I do, of course I wear sun cream every day during the really hot months and summer, but I think sun,
it's lifestyle. It's also life. Do you want to miss out on life, just because
how I feel?
Because you don't want to have freckles, you don't want to have any spots, you don't want to have any wrinkle. I mean, like, it's just like life. No,
100%. Yeah, I think you can become completely neurotic and lose the joy of life because you're so fixated on looking a certain way or reversing something or preventing something, and you've got to kind of come to terms with things. Otherwise you might have regrets at the end that you didn't have fun when you could have done because you were so worried about getting a wrinkle.
That's what I often see parts of the world I travel to. You see like the women with like long sleeve t-shirts, big hats, but at the same time, and they're super pale, but at the same time they do laser treatments, etc. So the paleness is coming together with these spots, you know. So the skin looks dead, spotty, pale. I mean, like, and they're walking around with these like big, and you know, I think you shouldn't walk around in the midday sun, and you should have hats, and you should have all of this. But you know, if you do all this like damage to your skin constantly, you know, I don't know what people want their skin to look like. I certainly don't want it to look like that.
I do feel as well that my skin really looks its best after I've left it alone for a
Yeah.
while. And when I say leave it alone, I'm still moisturizing in the morning and
Yeah.
the evening. I'm using a makeup remover, and I probably every now and again might use a bit of a, you know, vitamin C but you know,
By the way,
back,
vitamin C, I have to tell you this because you need to know about that. It's just so important. Vitamin C, you know, taken orally, you can do high dosage, you know, 1,000 to twice a day, you know, 1,000 milligram, whatever. It works perfectly with vitamin C taken orally. It's great for your immune system. But on the skin, high dosage is damaging your skin barrier function because the brands use L-ascorbic acid, which actually only bombards the surface of your skin and breaks your skin barrier. So you need to stay under 5%, and you need to use different formulations of vitamin C. So that's why we created the Good C. If you want to try that, that would be a really great product, you know, to exchange to whatever vitamin C you're using, just to see the difference, you know?
yeah, I would love to. But that for sure, for me, less is, you know, I get more
Yeah.
compliments. I don't mess around all the time.
We just have 2 minutes left, so I think we've got Jamie on the line for just the last question. I don't know if he or she is still available. Oh yeah, we've got Jamie now.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are the both of you?
Good, thank
We
you.
have
Nice.
time, I think, no?
Oh, here I am. You both have beautiful skin, by the way.
So
Likewise,
cute.
very glowy.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Where are you, Jamie?
Oh, yes, I'm here in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, cool.
And right now the sun is out, which I'm happy.
Yeah, my daughter's in New York, and Charlie says it's stunning. The weather's stunning. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
even though
nice.
it's very cold.
Yeah, but that's New York. Cold and beautiful sky and crisp and nice. It's good for your skin.
Definitely
Yeah.
don't want to spend winter in the UK, I'll tell you that. It's grey and miserable, so
Oh,
all
my,
year round, actually.
my question. I know everybody's skin is different and how you take care of it. Is being gentle on your forehead when you're putting on products the main way of preventing wrinkles?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. Do you do a lot of face movements when you talk, like mimic?
Yes.
Yeah. So you look surprised, and but you know, I don't see wrinkles on your forehead. I don't know how old you are, but that looks all very smooth to me. And you know, before I had my skincare line, I also, you know, I was always an aesthetic doctor doing Botox and fillers. And you know, I know that people are obsessed now, especially the young generation, and doing Botox as a prevention and trying to prevent from wrinkles. I have to tell you, I've been doing Botox since I'm 30, just because I was in that, you know, business. I didn't even have to have it, but I was doing it anyway. And you know, you not only you stop, you know, your muscle contraction, and this way you stop the movements, and you basically don't have the wrinkles, but at the same time you atrophy your muscle. It's like not using your biceps anymore, you know. The muscle atrophies, and this happens the same in your face. And then you have like the loose skin, and even though you you know you have Botox, you still have wrinkles, because it's just like, you know, the skin, you have like, you know, skin and not enough tissue. Anyways, this is just for everybody who wants to start with Botox early. Don't do it. I definitely started too early. So that is not an option. Hydration, super important. Keep your skin extra hydrated. Use a hyaluronic serum. Use maybe the Beta B as well. It's super nice, niacinamide. And you know, try to not do like the crazy mimic if you can. You know, I don't know what you do massaging sometimes, you know, because it engages with your fibroblast, with your skin cells to produce collagen. So slight, very light massages, mild massages can help. What do you feel like you're already getting wrinkles on your forehead?
Oh no, I was just asking that question because I have some friends and some of my family members, but I'm very gentle and I make sure I just moisturize. I don't do the face rollers and stuff like that.
Good.
Just
Yeah.
wash my face.
Also, with face rollers, you have to be careful, especially when you do it at home. You need to really do small needles, or 0.25 or something. Don't go that your face is bleeding. And then, especially if you have melanin-rich skin, you can run the risk of having like post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So, you want to be extra careful. You're right not to do that, for sure.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, ladies. That was just my question.
So nice to meet you. Thank you for joining.
You're welcome. Nice to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you. I could talk to you forever, actually.
I know it's bad, isn't it? When you go surround yourself with like-minded people that like skin, you just sit here and go on for hours and hours. I know there's lots to still go into, but we can do that another time.
Give you a compliment on your lipstick. That really works. Doesn't dry out my lips. I've been wearing it now for the whole hour. And I am the hardest not to crack, I tell you. And I would tell you too. I would tell you I'm very, very honest, and I want you to. If you don't like any of my products, always tell me. I think it's important to always be like
afterwards and give me the real critique. No, I appreciate it. It's a beautiful product. It's very lightweight. It's very moisturizing. So I hope you like it. And thank you for sending me all the goodies. By the way, I use them all anyway, so appreciate the top up.
Yes, thanking me. Thank you for all the goodies. I find this so hilarious. I have to tell you, I think it's really, really cool. You're doing something out of the box again. Well done, girl. I think we have to challenge the industry in order to really like break through. So amazing.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure to meet you finally and talk to you. And please give my love to Charlie, obviously.
Well, thank you so much for joining. You're the best.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
See you soon. Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining today. Ciao.